What's up, everybody? It's your boy Blackbeard, and I'm here with another video. Today we have another Pokemon Unite tier list. This is the tier list after the Sylveon patch. So let's get it started. Hope you guys enjoy this video. So there's a lot of changes that's been going on these past couple weeks, especially with the whole Sylveon escapades. So let's start with Venusaur. All right, so Venusaur is an amazing Pokemon right now. He's a monster. He's tanky as an attacker because of all the sustain that he has. He's you got to get close range because of the new build people are going on him, but he's just an animal right now. You got to have him on your team because of how useful he is. It's consistent DPS, and not only consistent DPS, he's tanky for an attacker. You don't want to be jumbled up against him. As of right now, I would say he's definitely high A tier. I wouldn't say he's broken. In my opinion, he isn't broken. He's just really good at higher level play, which is a higher level tier list. We know not to just be jumbled up in a ball so he can go heal for full health. All right, so next Pokemon, Gengar. Gengar is a speedster, and in high level play, speedsters are pretty much useless if you're not a Zeraora or a Talonflame. And in high level play, everyone knows how to deal with the Gengar. He's prone to CC. He gets blown up. Once he uses his ability, he has no escapes. He's just not that good right now. I would say Gengar is C tier. Everyone in high level, we already just know how to go deal with him. Mr.Mime. Mr.Mime right now is the go-to tank in Pokemon Unite, only because of his burst damage. And not only burst damage, we are building him all tank items to make him a bit tanky and make him sustain really well. With barrier and psychic, he's a force to be reckoned with. And yeah, he's just real scary. He could confirm really well, which you gotta love that. So that's Mr. Mime. I will put Mr. Mime, as of right now, Mr. Mime is an A tier character. That's what I believe. Snorlax. So Snorlax still is the king of the defenders right now. That one move named Block is just unmatched right now. There's a bunch of new defenders that's been coming out, and no one has yet to dethrone Snorlax. And because of the fact that he is the best defender in the game, I have to put Snorlax as S tier. You can never go wrong with picking a Snorlax on your team. Never. Block is just way too good. Gardavior. Gardavior right now is probably the second worst character in the game. I would have to definitely give her D tier. It takes way too long for Gardavior to get online. In high level play, a lot of people run full heal, which pretty much makes her useless. So not only do you take so long to get online, and your laning could be gimped, you're pretty much useless until you get to like level 8. Or maybe level 6, but really like level 8, you're useless until you're level 8. She's just garbage right now. I don't really know any way to really go fix her unless they give her different moves, which are in most MOBAs, they don't really rework. It takes a while, years, for them to start reworking characters. Absol, his early game is good, but he just falls off really bad mid to late game. It feels like his Unite move is garbage. It starts feeling like he does no damage. He just doesn't bring fair, and I feel like Speedster's main purpose is to bring fair to your soul, and Absol doesn't do that. So I would have to definitely put Absol as C tier. He just doesn't do enough, in my opinion. Garchomp right now is probably the worst character in the game. He's another character that takes a while to get online. it just feels like he does no damage right now because the meta is really tanky. We're in this really tanky meta. Even the attacker role is tanky, minus Cinderace. But yeah, he just doesn't do enough. His critical hit damage doesn't do enough. His abilities doesn't do enough, and he's another Pokemon that doesn't do much until level 10, which that's no. This game is only 10 minutes, and he can get gimped in lane, and you don't want him in jungle because you're just taking away from a way better carry coming out the jungle. All right, so Lucario S tier. Lucario to me still is the best Pokemon inside the game. He has movement, he has defense, he has attack power. He just has everything. The only thing he can't do is support. You can't stop him from scoring. He's just a force to be reckoned with. At high level play, which most of the high levels in high level play, Lucario is on everybody's team. He's just a mandatory top lane solo right now, and you can't really do anything about it. So that's just Lucario right now. He's the king of the game right now. Maybe last week Sylveon was king or queen or whatever gender she is, but because of the nerfs, Lucario got his spot back. So it didn't take long for Lucario to get his spot back. Crustle is just average. He possibly is the most annoying character in the game when played right. The move Shell Smash is crazy. He's a tank that has movement speed, and is tanky and can clear really, really fast. And he's the best split pusher in the game at that. Definitely the best Pokemon in the game to hold the item Score Shield. So he's not great, but he's not bad either. He's just a pick that you go to for a very different type of game style that you want. If you're a team that focuses primarily on scoring, Crustle is mandatory for your team. Greninja, I know people aren't playing Greninja like that, but let's be honest, guys. Greninja is still a monster. Greninja is still a monster in this game. People just aren't using him because they saw little nerfs here and there, but he still does tons of damage. He's still a monster. He's still a top pick. It's just that maybe another Pokemon in the game does what he does a little bit better, but I would even say he still doesn't. They're about equal in my opinion. They both do a lot of damage. So Greninja just offers a lot to the team. He's an assassin. He's a ranged attacker that's an assassin at the same time. So be wary of Greninja. He's still good. Talonflame right now. Talonflame is between S and A tier. I'll probably give him A tier right now. Talonflame is a very good jungler right now. He can blow you up, and he confirms objectives really well for free. His confirm you cannot stop. You cannot stop a Talonflame from confirming. It's not happening. Talonflame is very, very good right now. He's in a very good spot. He survives. He can resustain himself. He can escape really well at a very low cooldown. He can go in and out. Talonflame is in a very, very good position right now. Charizard. Charizard is good. Charizard is good in this game. There's something about Charizard that's just lacking really, really bad. And yes, he's buff. He's better than what he was before, but he still just doesn't do enough in high level play. In high level play, Charizard does not do enough for him to be on your team, because you already know you can't use Charizard you can't use Charizard in lane because his early game is horrendous. So he's gonna get gimped, and in high level play, you only really want to use Pokemons that have a very good early game in lane. So Charizard is kind of not too good, and you don't want him in jungle at the same time because you have Pokemons like Talonflame, Greninja, and Cinderace that should all have the jungle over Charizard. So Charizard is C tier. He's not the worst, but he's not a really good pick right now for high level play. All right, so Zeraora is A tier right now. Zeraora is good. He's a beast. I had a game yesterday or 2 days ago that I don't know what happened. We're doing a Zap fight. The enemy team had a Zeraora. We ended up winning Zap, but I don't know what Zeraora did to me. I promise you guys, I was at about 85% health as a Snorlax, and Zeraora one-shotted me with his ultimate. And still to this day, I'm trying to figure out how the Zeraora one-shotted me with his ultimate. I don't know how I went from 85% health to 0 in an instant as the tankiest Pokemon in the game. One of the tankiest Pokemons in the game naturally. So Zeraora is a monster, very good pick for jungle. You can't go wrong with Zeraora. He's very strong. Cinderace, another good pick. Another good pick. He ain't S tier. He ain't a god or anything like that. Nah. Cinderace, because of Cinderace is a god in the game, and this is why. If you play with a good Cinderace that knows how to get to level 15 by like the 3-minute mark, 3.5 minute mark, Cinderace is a huge problem. He just melts the entire team when he has so much of a level advantage over everybody. He just melts you, and there's nothing you can do about it. He does so much damage. He's a very strong Pokemon, but you have to make sure you're out leveling the enemy team at all times to keep your hyper carry status. And that's Cinderace. He's a monster. Eldegoss, best support in the game. Eldegoss to me is the best support in the game. I know people say it's Blissey. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do not think it's Blissey. I personally think that Eldegoss just makes your entire team feel like you're fighting a bunch of tanks. The things that Eldegoss to do for your team is just way too good. Like she heals your entire team. It's like not only does she heal, everything that she does heals and damages the enemy at the same time. So that puts Eldegoss at a major advantage early game for your team. She just does a lot. Pollen Puff is amazing. Leaf Tornado is amazing, and Cotton Guard, which is her best move, is amazing. Cotton Guard makes everybody on the team feel like you're fighting a bunch of tanks. Eldegoss is the best support in the game. Cramorant is still A tier. I know he got nerfed, but Cramorant still is a monster. Does a lot of damage. Ultimate, yes, got nerfed, but it's still strong. It still melts. His moves, his Whirlpool got nerfed. Still a good move. Surf, still good. Everything on Cramorant is still good. He's still picked in high level play because he's just annoying. Can't go wrong with a Cramorant. Blastoise is still good in the game as well. His ultimate is just way too good. I know they classify him as a defender, but is he really a defender? He just does so much damage. And people aren't really going the rapid spin, a water spout combo anymore. It's more of a surf hydro pump meta right now with Blastoise. But the thing is, he gains his ultimate so fast. He gets back his ultimate so fast that he's always a threat once he's a Blastoise. And hydro pump, his ultimate just does way too much damage. And it just puts your team at a super advantage when he uses his ult at the correct time. So that's where Blastoise is. Pikachu is B tier. Pikachu He's not bad, but he's not great either. Pikachu is pretty decent in the game. He does provide a lot of CC, a lot of AoE CC. His early game is very, very strong. Pikachu's only issue is that he scales really bad into the late game. So until they fix his scaling, Pikachu is just average. He's not bad, but he's not great. Ninetales. Ninetales right now, she does provide a lot of CC. It's just that her damage, I don't know what it is, but Ninetales doesn't feel like she does the damage that she's supposed to be doing. Ninetales is still strong. I would say she's like an attacker support type of Pokemon. Still a decent pick, but she just doesn't do that much damage. She's just very good at, I guess, protecting your team because of all the CC that she does provide. So that's Ninetales. Wigglytuff. I'm sorry, guys. I know they nerfed her damage, but Wigglytuff is still A tier. Like, the only thing that they changed is that she doesn't do enough damage, but she's still a CC bot. Her sing is still annoying, and her passive is still annoying. And that's what you're using Wigglytuff for. You're not using Wigglytuff for her damage. You're using her for her CC and her Unite move, which her Unite move is one of the best in the game. You're giving your whole entire team shields, and during the duration of the shields, they can't be CC'd. That's strong. That is very strong, and that puts Wigglytuff still A tier to me. I understand that she doesn't do enough damage, but she's still good. She's still a good tank to have on your team. If you're not going to use Snorlax, Wigglytuff is still a good second choice. Slowbro. Slowbro is still annoying, but there's something about Slowbro that it just makes him feel like he still just doesn't do enough, no matter how annoying he is. Slowbro just doesn't do enough. I think that they need to revert back his surf back to what it used to be, which is it stuns you 3 times. But I don't know I don't know if they'll ever do that. And because I don't know if they'll ever, put Slowbro back into a better status as far as being dependable as a defender. He just doesn't do enough, especially compared to defenders like Snorlax. And I know Wigglytuff isn't a defender, but we use her as a defender because of how tanky she is. And Wigglytuff, Blastoise, and Snorlax does way more than Slowbro right now. And that's just what it is. Slowbro needs some type of buffs to go put him a little bit higher on the tier list. Machamp is very good. Machamp is very good. It's just there's no spot for him in the game. It's the same thing with all arounders minus Lucario. Speedsters and all arounders as of right now have no place inside the meta. This meta consists of just attackers, defenders, and supports. That's it. Attackers, defenders, and supports. Lucario is the only useful all-arounder because of how much defense and movement she provides. Lucario will always be useful, but if it wasn't for that, I would say we wouldn't be using all-arounders at all. To be honest, to keep it a buck with you. Machamp isn't bad, but he's not great either. He is a very strong Pokemon, but the only way you can play him is again in the jungle, because he's a super bad laner. And why would you use a Machamp jungle when there's other choices to pick from that will help you carry your team to victory? So Machamp is just average. He's not bad, but he's not great. There's other better picks in the game to go, choose from. Blissey is good. Blissey's a monster. A lot of people think Blissey is the best support in the game. I personally think, again, it's Eldegoss, but Blissey does provide a lot. The Safeguard Shield, amazing. The soft-boiled eggs, amazing. Her ultimate Unite move, if you go use it on your attacker, like a Cinderace early game, and not early game, I'm sorry. If you go use Blissey's ultimate or Unite move in a team fight on like a Cinderace and just keep, you know, pumping Cinderaces with soft builds, Cinderace will carry your whole team to victory. Blissey will help your Cinderace carry your entire team to victory if you have a good Blissey on your team. Blissey is very strong. You could get over 100k heals with her. Very good choice. Blissey isn't bad. You could pick Blissey or Elagos as your choice. Definitely not. There's nothing bad picking her. She does have a very good confirm with Pound, so that's Blissey. Mamoswine. Mamoswine right now is just average. That's what Mamoswine is. Mamoswine is just average. He does provide a lot of CC. It's just this, his Unite move isn't too great. People can actually run away from his Unite move, which is odd. And again, it's like, why pick Mamoswine? His early game isn't bad, but it's not as good as Snorlax's. So it's like, why would you pick Mamoswine over Snorlax or a Wigglytuff or a Blastoise? Like, in theory, Mamoswine seemed like he's good, but he just doesn't do enough again. And because of his passive does make him officially the tankiest Pokemon in the game, but he still feels pretty squishy, at least to me. He still feels like he still gets blown up. And he also doesn't get his ultimate, his Unite move until level 10. It's like he's good early, then falls off mid, and then he gets decent again. Just decent late game. So he's not bad, but he's not great either. So that's why he's B tier. Sylveon. Sylveon was SS tier just a week ago, but they just nerfed him about 20 to 30% on his abilities. And because of that, I would say Sylveon right now is like B tier because of the nerfs. In lane, if you're gonna pick because again, you don't want Sylveon to be jungle. Cinderace, Greninja, Talonflame, Zeraora, they're just better choices right now for jungle. And even Venusaur is a better jungler than her. And so if you're gonna go lane right now, the meta for lane, you gotta compare. Again, this is for high level gameplay. You gotta compare Sylveon to the other laners. And right now in high level play, if you're going up against an enemy team Cramorant or an enemy team Venusaur for lane as a ranged attacker, you're probably going to lose that lane. So Sylveon right now is just average. She's not a bad pick, but she's just not a great pick either anymore. And you know, Sylveon just needs to, I feel like Sylveon is in a good place. Maybe they could add maybe 5% more to her abilities, because the 30% is kind of massive. But she just did way too much damage pre-nerf. So that's Sylveon, guys. My name is Blackbeard. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 7 to 10 Central Time. And this is PM, guys. If you guys have any comments or questions, please write it down in the comments. It's your boy Blackbeard, the Professor, and I'm out. Peace.